Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar, and as you can see here, how to read any book multiple times in just 2 hours. And I'm not kidding about this. See, the point is, whatever I'm going to tell you now in the next 4, 5 or 6, 7 minutes, if somebody would have told me this thing, let's say 6, 7 years ago, my life would have changed for the better. It's still awesome, but it would have been more awesome, in the words of Barney Stinson of How I Met Your Mother. See, the thing is, let me be very serious here. This is not my thing. It's not my survey, whatever I'm going to tell you. It's a survey of a very big organization. Most of you know about that organization. I will be telling you the name of that particular organization in few minutes from now. First of all, let's try to understand this. We can read any book multiple times in 2 hours. How? So let's take an example, and this is applicable to any fiction book, non-fiction book, current affair magazine. You're preparing for any competitive exam, not preparing for any competitive exam, just reading for fun. It is applicable for any and every kind of book. So let's start. And let's take an example. Let's take an example with a current affair magazine of 120 pages, and you want to read it multiple times in 4 or rather 2 hours. So what will you do? The first thing which you have to do is, you will see in the next slide, that is flip through the pages. Just flip through the pages. You may feel like, sir, what will happen if you are flipping through the pages? You are underestimating your brain. You are not realizing, let's say you have a 120 page book and you are flipping through the pages. Always set a timer. Let's set a timer of 20 minutes. Because what happens when you are setting a timer, you are focused. Otherwise, you will start thinking like, oh my God, my girlfriend is getting married, or she has got married and she has a kid now who wants to tell me mama or something. The mind, you have to be focused, and the timer will keep you focused. So 20 minutes, just flip through the pages, your mind will grasp something. So this is your first iteration. The second iteration is, let's say that particular current affair or magazine, it can be anything. I'm reiterating it. It can be a fiction book, non-fiction, book for competitive exam, non-competitive exam, anything. So let's say your book does not have end quiz or PYQ. You can, skip this particular part. So let's say if you are reading a current affair magazine, at the end of the chapter, you have some end quiz or PYQs. So have a look at it. And again, set a timer of 20 minutes. So have a look at all the end quiz or PYQs which are there at the end of the chapter, and give 20-minute timer to it. You may feel like, sir, we have not done anything in the first iteration. It was all about flipping through the pages. But again, you are underestimating your brain. Your brain has grasped certain things. In the second iteration, which is end quiz or PYQs, now your brain has realized what are the important areas I have to focus on when I will do the next iteration of this particular book. So 40 minutes gone, you have gone through your book 2 times. Fine. You will feel like, sir, I have still not gained much. You will now. Now let's go to the third iteration, bold lines. So even if you want, let's say end quiz or PYQs, you may feel like, sir, I need some more time. So let's take 10 more minutes. Let's say 30 minutes. So your 50 minutes are gone. You have done 2 iterations. This is the third iteration. That is, just read the bold lines of each pages of your particular, in this case, we have taken a current affair magazine of 120 page. So when you are reading the bold lines, and again, set a timer here, 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, your mind will be focused now. For 30 minutes, you will just read the bold lines of each page of your book, 120 page current affair magazine. So how much time has gone? 1 hour, 20 minutes has gone. And here when you're reading the bold lines, you're reading the most important part of each page. Just like, see here, Einstein, it is in bold. Similarly, you have to see all the bold lines, bold words, which are there in that particular page. So 1 hour, 20 minutes gone, you have read your particular book 3 times. The fourth iteration is, read the first and last line of each para. See, I'm not saying each page of your book, each para. So when you're reading the first and last line of each paragraph of each page of your book, in that scenario, what is happening? You are understanding the intro and conclusion. And we Indians are very expert. And even if you're a non-Indian and watching it, so you know the intro and conclusion now. Body, people are expert in deducing the body part. So give a timer of 40 minutes. So now you have done 4 iterations of your book. Timer has reached 2 hours. You have read this particular book 4 times. Now you may feel like, sir, still I have not got the whole concept of the book, but you have got a significant amount of the book. Generally what happens, it's all about the brain. It's all about telling your brain that I have read this book 4 times. Now your brain is more confident than those guys who have not even read it once, because they have a fear, or they are, fear mongering that, oh my God, this book is so big, I will not be able to complete it in 2 hours. So let's skip it. On the other hand, you have read it 4 times. You have seen the, First of all, you have just flipped through the pages, then you have seen the PYQs or the quiz. Third part, you have read the most important part, bold lines. And fourth, you have read the intro and conclusion. So you have read the book 4 times in 2 hours. And now the next iteration is, now read the book. 120 page here also, set a timer of 2 hours. 2 hours, I will now read book in a proper manner. So 4 hours, you have read it 5 times. And here, this again is not what I am saying. This is a survey of Oxford. Oxford has done this, and the basic gist here is that repetition is the mother of learning. And when you are doing this, when you are following this particular strategy, you will be absorbing textbook like a sponge. And it's all about playing with your brain. You're playing with your brain. You have told your brain that in 2 hours, I have read this particular book 4 times. And that matters a lot. Your brain is more confident. Let's say you're giving an exam and, so your brain will give you information because brain is confident that I have read it here. I have read it 4 times. So I have the information with me. I just have to dig deep inside my brain, So it's all a game of confidence, and this confidence you will gather when you're following this particular strategy. And once you start doing it, you will learn like Einstein and Einstein. And yes, let's try to do that. And do tell me in the comment section if you try this, whether it helps you or not, or you people already know about it and you are applying it in your life rather. And it will help you again, as I've told you earlier, in your fiction, non-fiction, competitive books, non-competitive books, any kind of book. This particular iteration method will work. Repetition is the mother of learning. That's what Oxford survey says, and that's what you have to follow. So that's it from me for this particular, video. Take care, be blessed. See you soon.